Duopoly is a word that I learned while studying my Bachelor of Commerce specialising in accounting, a degree which is being used for the first time in 3 years today to tell you what a duopoly is in a YouTube video. Yeah, good reason to go into student debt. A duopoly is essentially a monopoly, but instead of one entity having control over and being synonymous with an industry, it's two. In the comic book industry, there's Marvel and DC. In the computer industry, there's Mac and PC. In my most attractive feature, it's my eyes or these knees, but there is one duopoly I do not think is nearly capitalized on enough, given how many times I see them in the news. The cringe of TikTok and the fails of Twitch. Though they may not seem similar, both are more infamous than famous, their users are somehow immune to shame, and both platforms make the general public experience an overwhelming sense of confusion. With every rivalry, the question is always asked, who would win in a fight? For those previous examples, the answers are of course DC, PC, none of the above, but what is truly the best, worst video service on the internet? TikTok or Twitch? I'm here to begin an intelligent debate about these two very, very dumb things. TikTok versus Twitch. Whoever wins, we lose. TikTok is a video sharing and social networking service that began in 2016, making content creation simple enough for anyone to do. Karaoke is what most content on TikTok is. The app includes a wide array of songs to sing along to, and the option to not record your audio. You're probably asking yourself, what's the point of karaoke without singing? Resident young person and my sister Ashley had this to say about TikTok. TikTok is the new Vine. She's wrong and here's why. Let's look at Lele Pons as an example. Now, when Vine shut down, she was the user who had the most followers on the app. Or subscribers, I don't know what it was called on Vine. But, she had the biggest vineyard. Now she's on YouTube, and she's recently released a documentary trying to pass off that she's had Tourette's syndrome this whole time, and nobody noticed. Do you see the difference? Over here, she's up to some pretty shady things. But here, she was a star. That's the power of Vine. And I don't get that same feeling when I see someone on TikTok. Now, Twitch is a live streaming service that was founded in 2007, but didn't start sucking until 2014. It put live streaming technology into the hands of people without media training, guaranteeing that their best and worst moments, mainly worst, will be easily accessed by potential employers. Resident young person had this to say about Twitch. I don't know what Twitch is. And I agree. What even is Twitch anyway? It's a bunch of people playing pretend, but it's not even good pretend. Like, they're pretending to be celebrities, but celebrities on the rocks. Like, they've just been in a controversy and we're not going to talk about it and we're just going to live like this until it's over. Is that fun? When I was in school, I wore a blazer because when the wind blew just right, it would make it fly up like a cape and I'd feel like a superhero for a few seconds. That's fun. But then there's Invader V, who once said that she thinks people should be donating to her stream more often. And then she made an apology video for it. Like anyone cared. From these brief overviews, we can see that TikTok and Twitch are worse than most. But the argument today is which is the worst. I've organized my points into categories, starting off with audiences. TikTok is filled with kids and Twitch is filled with anarchists. That's the short version. Here's the pointless one. A lot of TikToks are made by kids, and that's part of the reason why they're cringy. You know, they're kids, they don't know any better. But I don't blame kids for ruining TikTok. I think the cringiest TikToks come from somewhere and someone else. Because TikTok is known as a place where children congregate, it brings in a certain crowd of people. People who have an unhealthy attraction to children and an insatiable craving to get as much of their attention as they possibly can. I'm talking, of course, about YouTubers, and you know who they are. The James Charleses, the Dobres, the LeBrants, adults who you'd think would have developed the neural pathways to behave like the adults they biologically are, but instead spend their days unknowingly acting out that one Steve Buscemi bit from 30 Rock.
How do you do, fellow kids?
And speaking of the LeBrants, because I see it a lot from them, it really bothers me when I see parents take their newborns' limbs and force them to pop and lock to the tune of Savage by Megan Thee Stallion. Like, bones aren't meant to bend that way. I don't even know what this was. I don't think babies want a social media presence. The only baby I know in real life is my friend's sister's daughter. The last time I saw her, the one thing she wanted in her life was to see, and I quote, the big rock take out the bibbity bins. And I think if we all stopped once in a while to watch the Bibbidi Bins, we wouldn't be having these problems. But Twitch is just as bad, if not worse, because their audience craves literal chaos. And a great example of this is Twitch's reaction to the Caterino incident. There was a Twitch streamer named Caterino. She was in a fake on-screen relationship with another streamer named Call Me Carson. But Carson found out that she was starting another fake relationship with a streamer named Fitz. And while all this was happening, all three parties knew that Caterino had a real boyfriend whose name I don't know because he was smart enough to stay out of this. Carson, very honorably, told his followers what had happened, and the Twitch community decided that because of this, Caterino should kill herself. And you have people like Too Mad, who, in my eyes, has made a career out of brutally tormenting her. That's the sort of content that Twitch not only allows, but invites. So you have two bad places, but I'm gonna have to give the point to TikTok here. Twitch is getting ruined by its own people. TikTok is getting ruined by outsiders trying to exploit children. That's 1 point for TikTok, 0 for Twitch. Are points a good thing? Is it a good thing to be the worst? I'm already confused and we haven't even gotten to our second category, which is stars. That's right, stars. The people that people have chosen to be their platform's people's people to represent their people to other people. What a joke. Let's take a look at some of the most iconic names in Twitch history and see if any of them don't have controversies attached to their names. None of them do. Ninja using racial slurs after getting tongue-tied and refusing to collaborate with women out of respect for his wife. Dr. Disrespect, he let the fame of Twitch go to his head. Imagine that. That's like saying a Tic Tac got me fat. Lol Tyler 1, encouraging people to commit suicide when he got frustrated in a game. Or happy in a game, really any emotion during anything. Ice Poseidon, getting swatted on a plane while live streaming, then continuing to live stream his life like this was never going to happen again. Trainwrecks TV, yeah, you said it. Alinity, getting her cat drunk enough to forget all the time she treated it like a bowling ball and the walls of her room were the pins. Fern and Flu, didn't do anything, but it's a fun name to say. Fern and Flu. But let's see what controversies the most followed TikTok users have been in, shall we? Charlie D'Amelio. What did she do? Oh, yeah, no, found it. Here we go. She was on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon once. And I am more of a fan of Conan. Charlie D'Amelio is cancelled. Hashtag Charlie D'Amelio over is what will not be trending because they haven't done anything. Like, people on TikTok are just annoying. But that might not be their fault, you know, because they're the faces of our generation. But it's not their fault our generation sucks. I really thought at least one of them would have done something. You know, with names like Chase Hudson and the Hype House, you'd think one of them would have crossed some sort of line, whether legal or ethical, but that's another point for TikTok. The next category is content. And after doing research on these people, I noticed that a lot of them were signed with talent agencies. You know, so it got me thinking, what does a Twitch streamer do? When you're watching TikToks, you see them moving around. You know, they're jumping, they're dancing. This is dancing, apparently. I mean, they're just doing something. What talent does a Twitch streamer get signed to a talent agency for? Here's my impression of a Twitch streamer doing a Twitch stream. All right, here we go. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Again. I have something really special to show you guys. I'm really excited. Can you guys hear me alright? Can you guys hear me? This is probably something I should have said it before starting the stream, but can you guys hear me alright? I have something special to show you guys. You ready? Can you guys hear me alright? That impression goes on for 3 hours. And then the really special thing he goes to show you is this. Current score, TikTok 3, Twitch 0. I'm probably sounding one-sided at this point, but I did find categories in which Twitch beats TikTok 2. Here are the categories. The first category is called Causing National Security Concerns in Regards to Chinese Espionage. Yeah, so that's a point for Twitch. Next is perception, and I think Twitch is seen in a much better light than TikTok. You go into any JB Hi-Fi, and you'll usually find a wall of shelves dedicated to the technology you need to start your live streaming career. And you'll probably get a smirk of admiration from a random cashier as you leave. Life doesn't get better than that. On the other end, You really have to bait people into admitting they make TikToks because they know their kind is being hunted. From the smallest nobody to world leaders who should be leading the world, but apparently Raid Shadow Legends is more important right now. Real life old woman in a child's body, Caroline Consnau, once said in a video that making TikToks was when she knew she was at the low point of her career. And while even she doubts her mental stability, I trust her. She gives me real Oracle from the Matrix vibes.
What do you mean, without him?
No doubt in my mind, there are aliens, and I think Kennedy knew about them.
Next is purpose, and Twitch has been used for a lot of good and professional reasons over the years. Announcements from the biggest game developers have been made on Twitch. Charity events like the recent Hope from Home have been hosted on Twitch and have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for good causes. Esports are a quickly growing sector of the sporting realm. It's grown so fast it could be a real sport someday. And it wouldn't have made it this far if it weren't for the legendary moments streamed live on Twitch. Watching TikToks make me feel like I'm dying. They aren't killing me, but TikToks have a funny way of reminding me of my mortality. You know, we're all mortal. We all have a time limit over our heads, unwaveringly counting down towards each of our ends and our chance to change the world. And I now know that thanks to Only J.S.'s psychology tricks to mess with people's minds. But there is a garbage lining to this point for Twitch, because Twitch doesn't want you to just donate to charity, they want you to donate to the streamers. With your real money. All the time. Imagine you're a busker going out on the street to perform. You have your guitar case in hand. You find a spacious spot to set the guitar case down. You open the guitar case. There's no guitar and you do nothing. That's what they're doing. And when you give them money, a text-to-speech robot will read out whatever you type to the streamer and their entire audience. If you gave anyone the chance to say something to thousands of people anonymously, it would be vicious and go a little bit too far. I know that because Twitch has shown me. Twitch does have a better sense of community though. You know, they are all trying to kill each other, but that has only seemed to strengthen the grip between them, like Stockholm Syndrome on a huge scale. TikTok tears people apart. And I know this for a fact. I was driving home from volunteering recently and I saw a girl filming a TikTok in real life. You know, she was doing all the moves in front of a phone at a bus stop. I felt like David Attenborough, like I'd never seen one in the wild before. But the best part was that her friend, well I'm guessing former friend now, was sitting next to her, hunched over with her face in her hands. You never see someone doing that when they're somewhere they want to be. You know, no one ever goes, guys, I proposed to my girlfriend and she said yes. Ah, I'm so happy. That's all the arguments for and against I can think of, and the score is currently a tie. Looks like this video was a waste of time, but I don't see it that way. The point of all this was to give you the information you need to make your own decision on which is the worst. In my opinion, I think it is Twitch. TikTok is better to me because, as much as we all point and laugh at the things these people are doing, we all do it too. Behind closed doors, we all sing our favorite songs, we all pretend we're tougher than we actually are, we might even dress up at the same time. The only difference between us and them is that they record it. TikTok has become a venue to display these moments, but no matter how bad they get, I can't say that a tiny bit of me doesn't relate. I think we all have a little TikToker deep down inside of us. But I refuse to believe we have a Twitch streamer down there too. People have filters, it's called a mouth, and people should use it more often by shutting up! I'm not saying the right to free speech is wrong, but I am saying that not everyone needs a microphone. Some people don't have anything to say, and that's okay. But if you give them a microphone, you're giving them an obligation. So they'll panic and say the first thing that comes to their head, which, for some people, makes them come across as racist, sexist, insensitive, Greek, not the ethnicity, but the person. Seriously, what is wrong with this guy? The only good Twitch stream I have ever seen is the episode of Level Host starring Swagger Souls. Apart from that, I don't think there's ever been a good Twitch stream. But maybe I'm wrong, I haven't seen every Twitch stream, so give me your recommendations in the comments and give me your TikTok recommendations as well. I won't look at them. We may never have a true answer to the question of what the worst social media platform is. But I think whatever comes next for Twitch and TikTok will be a mistake. To end this video, and to prove that I think TikTok is better than Twitch, I will be filming my first TikTok right now. It's to the song Dead Elvis by the Doug Anthony All-Stars. It's not a song I see used a lot on there, So maybe this will get it trending. I'm about to do something I'll regret. Thanks for watching.
I was looking through the cemetery late last night when I saw a ghost who was out of sight. He said, down in the graveyard there's a party going on, so get down. Get down. 6 feet and sing a spiritual song. Everyone's invited. We would be delighted.